And welcome to another live stream coming to you. We're going to be trying to get into the top 1500, but gosh dang it, Sultai Control. All right, so we're going to be playing versus Sultai Control, and literally that deck can literally go to. Okay, so now that we've established that, there is a deck that can do it. It's called Elementals. Temur Elementals. I'm putting in Hydroid Krasis in place of Tear of the Peaks. Tear of the Peaks, it just dies. It's not good enough. You're like, wait a minute. A Mythic Rare is a 5/4 flyer for 5. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals that much damage to any target. That's not good enough? Nope. So, we're going with main board 2 Ether Gusts because we want to be cool, like the cool kids. Yep. 4 Omnaths. Cavalier of Thorns, 4 Ugin, 4 Genesis Ultimatums, 4 Euro. You kind of getting this 4. Alright, so let's dive into the gameplay. If you're watching this on live stream, on a replay, you might feel free to follow, subscribe, dive in with me. Also, I'll be in the Pro Tour qualifier, but more namely, let's dive right into the gameplay, shall we? Let's dive right in. So, a little late stream for me, Q. But yeah, so we're not playing with Mardu Knights. Listen, I love Mardu Knights. Really good deck. But, just being honest, it's streaky. Mardu Knights is streaky. Does well versus Sultai, but it's streaky. So let's try to cram this, ram it right down their throats, and see what we get with. Alright. So, is it going to be... Okay, so here's our opening hand. Look at that. Genesis Ultimatum. Look at that. Look at these studs. Hydroid Krasis, Leafkin Druid. I don't know. Oh, is it Sultai? We're already there, right? It's going to be Sultai, right? Yeah. Did I already say the deck? All right. So sorry about that if that hurt anybody's ears. But yeah, so Cultivate. Yeah, we could use that. Q. Oh, he's got one too. All right, so really they're just a Planeswalker deck, guys. It's 1/3 hand destruction. Of course, we get Fabled Passage. So here's the deal. I just want to put this down, but the odds of them having Nisa are probably really good. So we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. With 2 Gusts in our hand. Yep, and we always know that that's the case. So you cannot play this deck normally. Yep. But anyway, so instead of complaining, we'll just try to come up with a solution. Alright. And we'll gust it again. Yep. Cute. Alright. How do they like it? Did they like that? Alright, here we go. Bring this out. Now we just gotta ramp out. Right? We just gotta ramp. Crap. Well, I tried. Alright, so there's Anissa for the 3rd time. Cute. But that really hurt their draw phase, right? We have an advantage in cards, so... Right, we're just gonna take that. We really need to get land, though. Yep. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 mana. Genesis Ultimatum, baby. Well, that was underwhelming. Not gonna lie. But that's one heck of a Hydroid Krasis next turn. Yeah. Q. Alright, so they have 4 cards in their hand. Yeah, we're going to have a lot in ours. Unless they Thought Eraser our hand, right? Agonizing Remorse. That's what the deck should be called, Agonizing Remorse, or just... Oh, they're playing with a group?
Foxes. We are the apex predator.
Alright, that changes a lot. Destroy target creature, draw a card. Yeah, you can't play with Yorion. So I'm glad I took that here.
My elemental friend.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to block. Well, you know what? No, we'll eat it. Yep, a lot of people are playing this card, by the way. Yeah, this little critter. Alright, so there's a lot of ways we could do this. We can grab Omnath. When it comes into play, it deals 3 damage to a target. Well, let me just... I'm not going to read the card to you in detail, but anyway. When this enters the battlefield, it deals damage to the number of elementals you control to any target. If you have 8 or more land, you draw a card if a land comes into play. Also, when this is in play, if a land drops, target elemental gets +1/+1. Hence, the title of the deck, Elementals. Alright, we got options, but we also got problems. Alright, hit 0, draw, yeah. Let's drop Omnath. Have it deal 2 damage to... Well, it'll deal 3 damage. Let's just kill a land. Now, when Elemental enters the battlefield, you draw a card. If it's a land, put on top of your library. Let's make Risen Reef hit the weight room. We got another Genesis Ultimatum. Can we do it, guys? We're going to keep this one. So he's going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to a target. Or an elemental's going to get buff. We got to make him buff. Oh. Let's kill group. Oh, we're drawing a bunch of cards. Let's bring a land into play. We'll draw some more cards. Make him hit the weight room. Mystical Dispute, why not? Look at all these triggers. Put a land into play. Oh, look. He's hitting the weight room even more. Pay 2 life. Make that big. Actually, let's stay back. No attacks. And, do we want to end our turn? I guess so. Discard a lot of crap. Discard that. Cultivate. And another Cultivate. And we got one more card. Let's get rid of a Euro. Q. Yeah, I'm gonna counter that. We had 80 cards, now we're down to 38.
Stay on the trail.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Let's see, how many cards did he have? You know what? We're gonna counter that too. Yep. Alrighty then. How do you like those apples? Alright. Yeah. So, Scavenging Ooze can be played. But we have Ether Gust. I could slot in Scavenging Ooze. Another Ether Gust. Let's board in a Gust. And 2 Scavenging Oozes. See how that works? I'm not asking a question, I'm actually just talking to myself. Like, let me see how that works. Q. Alright. There you go. Ether Gust, Hydroid Krasis, Leafkin Druid. Yeah, play that. So he went first last game, right? Yeah, he goes first this game. So that was a pretty good. But you see how that game could have changed if I didn't Ether Gust that? They always get everything on curve. Never expect otherwise. If you do, yeah, let's just bring that out. Bring this down. Yep. So Euro right here. It's a little Euro Titan right here. He's gonna cultivate. So yeah, remember last game. With our Ether Gusts. Remember that? That was the difference maker. See if he wants that or not. How bad do you want it? Yep. Alright. How about we just bring this down right here? That lane comes into play. Alright, we're setting up. Alright. See, when you set them back a turn or two with that Ether Gust, it really hurts. It hurts big time. Alright, another Euro Titan. So, pretty good hand. A really good starting hand. Now they have 4 cards in their graveyard. They got a nice blocker out in front. They're ramped completely out. Let's see here. Let's bring this down. Genesis Ultimatum. We haven't seen Ugin, have we? Let me bring this down. Let's kill that. Kill that Arboreal Grazer. I'll slide in there for 1. Ah, you got Ugin.
Strive for balance.
Alright. That does hurt.
All creation can be undone.
Not gonna lie. But let's see, let's go get a land here. Let's go get red. Let's bring this bad boy out. Who cares about Ugin? I do, but... So he'll get Euro Titan onto the battlefield. Cool. So we survived an Ugin. Q. I just bust out your Titan. Yep. Alright, so we can recover though. We're a deck that can recover from broken crap. Alright, well, kind of being hypocrites, we're kind of playing with broken crap too. Can I get my own Ugin, please? Ooh, disdainful stroke. Nice job. Let me just bring this down. Make him a nice block pass. So we got him game 1. He quit game 1. We were able to get him. Not too many decks can survive what we survived this game so far.
Ignore my draconic talent.
I'm cool. No. Nisa. Yep. So so Sultai's been a problem in the format, but hopefully this is a deck that'll be the solution for it. No. So we'll see. Wait, time will tell. All right. No, I don't know if he has an answer for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can ratchet this up to what? I guess he could just kill this with an Ugin, right? But oh, there's our own Ugin. Okay, cool. He's gonna have to block it. Oh, he doesn't have to block it. Actually, he just kind of did us a favor, because that was a bad attack, because what he could do is just -2 this Ugin, just like that, and he just could have swung in with with all that damage. Kind of a really bad attack by me, actually. Alright. So he hit us for 9. We'll be down to 6. Which is cool.
Be wary of the ground you walk.
If we can steal game 3, you know. Most people, the problem with Sultai is they lose game 1, and then they sideboard for game 2 and 3, and sometimes they win the game 2, but then they lose the game 3 because they go first on game 3. But we kind of turn the tables. We win game 1. That means we'll go first game 3. Brings down second again.
Perfection is a journey. I will destroy if I must.
Alright, so I would have to drop this Ugin in. You know what? Let me draw a card in game 3 life instead. Let me drop this down. Get that Yorion Titan out of there. Let's gain 3 more. We can't attack. So probably have to go back to the main board, where we have mystical disputes and everything.
Consider this a warning.
Alright, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're tapped out, so I mean. Yep. Alright. So let's see if we could take this and go into game 3 really good. Okay, so we'll go back to what I board in. Scavenging Ooze. And Ghost. Let's board in Mystical Disputes. Because if he's going to go Disdainful Stroke, then we'll need our Mystical Disputes there. We can take out a Cultivate and put in Scavenging Ooze. We'll try it. Worst case scenario, you lose. Best case scenario, we beat Sultai. Alright, so we'll go first. Yeah, we'll keep that. Oh, all these come into play tap though. Shoot. Well, we'll do that. If they didn't come into play tapped. I'm gonna give him some credibility here. Well, he wasn't playing with Thought Erasers, was he? No. I'm gonna go for it. Alright. No Thought Erasers. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're a Titan. Okay here. No attacks. Pass our turn. Alright, so we cut him off from that. He quit. Aw, poor baby couldn't get the turn 4 Nisa. I'm just joking. No, Sultai's a really good deck. It really is. But we just kind of embarrassed it game 1 and the past game 3. That's all you have to do, just Ether Gust them, Mystical Dispute, drop down some big crap, and wait for the Arena Shuffler, or the Arena Server to get back on. It'll be back on. You'll see this little spin thing, and it'll say wait for the server. Yep, see that? It's like you beat Sultai. We have no idea what to do with our server. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah. So I hope you guys are having well, it's gonna be a good night or good morning, depending upon where you are at. Q. But yeah. I think Wizards, they're pushing for historic. Because they're making the Pro Tour historic. So they're probably just conceding to the fact that Standard is just not that great right now. And so they're just like, oh, you know what? Let's make it historic. The only problem is you'll waste your wild cards on historic cards. And then when Standard comes... Alright, so mono blue. Dang it, no Sultai. Alright, mono blue, huh? Or mono green. My bad. Bark Hydro. That's a big... I don't think people understand how good this creature is in the mono green deck. It's kind of what makes their deck aggro. Attack. I'm gonna just either gust that. Actually, that was a dumb ether gust. He can just pay 1 to give it hexproof. Or it worked out. He could just paid 1 mana, gave it hexproof. Oh, he's got another one. Nice. That makes sense now. Alright, let's just try to ramp. Sure. But a lot of times they'll use Pelt Collector, then drop this down, Pelt Collector gets bigger. They lose that. They lose both Pelt Collector and Bark Hide. Yeah, we're just gonna eat 3 here. Because we have to respect the fact that they have big creatures just everywhere in the deck. So that's kind of the thing. Scavenging Ooze, nice card. I don't care. He's got Scavenging Ooze, but who cares? We are here to ramp. I'm not here to worry. Okay, we don't need that many land there. Okay, thank you. So, like, even if they counter Hydroid Krasis, I mean, they're not because they're playing green. Let's say you're playing versus Sultai and they counter this. I mean, you're going to draw a lot of cards. And you're forcing them to waste a counter spell on a creature that we just really just don't even care about. Like, we don't even... I mean, it's cool if we can win with Hydroid, but we're trying to get you with Ugin. And just trying to beat you down with Elementals. So, like, Yorion, like, who cares? Who cares? He's attacking... See, does he have a Primal Might in his hand that he's gonna use? I mean, I'll just block that. Or I should have blocked... I don't know. Okay, gets +1/+1. Okay. Yeah. And that's actually bad that they have to main board this. They have to main board because of Sultai. Do you see that? It gets +1/+1 and hexproof. It's actually sad that mono green, they can't even, like, their deck has just gotten worse because they can't even play. I know. I played with Sultai for a little bit and I laughed when I saw mono green. Like, I would laugh literally behind the computer screen. I would chuckle because mono green doesn't stand a chance. What chance do they have? Versus Sultai. They have board wipes, just kill spells, Noxious Grasp. Like, unless you get extremely lucky, you can't win with a mono green deck versus Sultai. I think they made a mistake when they banned Teferi Time Raveler. Bant control and blue-white control kept Sultai in check. Now there's nothing to keep in check. But we're here. Alright, so Mystical Disputes are okay, but we're going to drop in 2 Ether Gusts. Take out the Mystical Dispute and put in a Storm's Wrath. Q. Yeah, it's not the greatest hand. We're going second. We have nothing to ramp. So, a very generic hand. Omnath. Alright. Serpent. Yep, well. Play with the green. Take 2. Oh, Ether Gusted. Alright, so they lose that. Bring down a Triome. Yeah, Questing Beast. Sure. I think they're gonna have this game. I really can't afford to take damage here, so I'm gonna have to use that. Blue. Drop this baby down. Still 1 damage to him. That's Omnath. That's what it does. When it enters the battlefield, deals damage to the number of elementals. Then whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you put a +1/+1 counter on an elemental. If you have 8 or more lands, draw a card. Right. Okay. So, yeah, we're gonna just have to take it. Yep. Got Death Touch. Yep, got Death Touch. Alright. Well, I'll have to drop that. This will get +1/+1. Fetch. I don't know. Blue. Get +1/+1. Drop this down. I'll have that come into play tapped. +1/+1. No tax. Oh, wait, Genesis Ultimatum. So we're gonna have to sack. Well, we'll block that to that, that to that, and oh, never mind, guys. I meant to kill Cavalier of Thorns. I messed up. Because if we kill Cavalier of Thorns, you're able to get a card from your graveyard and put it on top of your library. And that would have been Genesis Ultimatum. I screwed up. Unless he doesn't make any attacks. Yeah.
Civilization has crept too far. Tear it down. We're fit enough to survive.
Yep. So you're seeing we're winning a lot of game 1s. They're like people are winning game 2s. And what's cool is we're winning game 1s when they go first. So that's a good sign. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think we had it right. You know, Ether Gusts, Storm's Wrath. Yep. Yep. All right. Another game 3. But at least, like I said, you win game 1, you lose game 2, you go first on game 3. So that's the benefit. You lose game 1, win game 2, your opponent goes first on game 3. So winning game 1 is like really important there. What's the shuffler got to say? Alright, so again, we don't have a Gust or Arboreal Grazer, but you know, I mean the hand's okay. Well, he had a mulligan 3 times. So you understand, he's probably really worried, right? Because our game 1 is pretty strong. He had a mulligan 3 times. I know, it's the shuffler. Right, I'll say nice back. I can't say anything. He's like, yep, it's a shuffle. We all know it. So it's like, yeah. Scavenging use. Ooh, we'll drop Omnath, Risen Reef. Q. And by the way, Risen Reef goes around Narset. Because you don't technically draw a card. You look at the top card. If it's a land card, you can put it into your hand. If you don't put the card onto the battlefield, put in your hand. So, it doesn't say the word draw. It says put. So, Narset says its passive ability says, you know, each opponent cannot draw an additional card. But, so we're going to bring this down. Deal 2 damage to that. Fine. Drop this down. I'll make him buff, make him work out. Alright, he's done. Alright. Yep. Smashing those weights, hitting the weight room. Make our little elementals bigger. Do some bicep curls. Again, it's not crashing. You just have to wait for the server. Also, thanks to the new subscriber, something in Japanese, MTG Arena. Sorry, I can do German. But I don't know Japanese. Alright. Okay. That's either Japanese or Chinese, and I don't know the difference. It could be, I don't even know. It could be, I don't know. Alright. I'm learning Spanish a little bit. No, my girlfriend, she's Spanish. Well, she comes from a just Spanish background. So, just really quick, we ran Mardu Knights, and it's really successful, by the way. If you're looking for, like, just a nice creature deck, because you have Kudrow. I say he's Eric Cartman. But he's like Eric Cartman in 60 years. Just lunged over. Anyway, other humans you control get +1/+1. Whenever Kudro of Draenith or another human enters the battlefield under your control, exile a card from an opponent's graveyard. That's awesome. So whenever this or a human enters the battlefield, just rip a card out of their graveyard. So it's kind of like a bad scavenging ooze, but it has an anthem effect. All your creatures get +1/+1. Well, so you're like, well, this is... So it is a Knights deck. We have 32 Knights. We have 34 creatures, but 29 out of the 32 Knights, they're human. So other humans getting +1/+1 is absolutely huge. And Inspiring Veteran, other Knights get +1/+1. So you have 2 creatures that just buff everything up. Right? And then look at the removal here. So this is a deck that is very streaky. Very streaky. This is a deck where you can go on a 4-5-0 run. But then, like, you'll go on an 0-2-0-3 run. It's like, it's so streaky. Yeah. It's very, very streaky. But that being said, it can play versus Winota, it can play versus Sultai, but it's very mediocre versus Rakdos, especially Rakdos Sacrifice. It's mediocre. I'm not one of those people that'll tell you this deck's the best deck ever. No. But it's a good deck. Yeah, Gruul, out of all the creature decks, is the best for Sultai. Because so many haste creatures, right? This can't be countered. Protection from blue, so no Brazen Borrower. Shark Typhoon can't block it. Euro Titan can't block it. Questing Beast is just the ultimate haste creature. This has hexproof on your turn, so you can Embercleave this. They can't Ether Gust it back on your turn, so you can definitely drop Embercleave right onto Spellbreaker. And then we have Robber of the Rich with haste. So a lot of haste. At one point in time, this deck would be considered aggro, but with aggro being super fast and there's no mid-range, this would now be considered in today's standard mid-range. Alright, well, here is the Yorion deck. Cool. So with the Scrylands, I don't like to run like threes a lot of these. Like, I try to minimize the... Like, I have 4 Temples of Mystery, but notice I have 2 Temples of Abandon. I have 2 Temples of Epiphany, and I just a lot of lands come into play tapped is not a good deal. But we are 3 colors, and we do have a lot of things that are, you know, like this is triple green, this is, you know, double green, triple blue, 2 red. So you do need the Scrylands in this deck. Shocklands by themselves are just not going to do it alone. So yeah. Sideboard, I just said Red Cap Malay, 2 more Ether Gust, Negate, Scavenging Ooze, 3 Flame Sweeps, Love Struck Beast. Functionally, I don't find a reason to play this, but it just looks good in the sideboard if you ever need it. Elder Gargroth could go in the slot as well. So, yeah, Storm's Wrath. But I will be right back as we're going to jump into some more gameplay. But I'll be back. Yeah, and absolutely for the Sultai deck, yeah, that deck. Yep. But I'll play something a little bit more quieter as I take a minute or 2 break, and then we come back and see if we can place in the top 1500, or just go down beating Sultai and preventing Sultai decks from entering the 1500. Yeah. But leave you with this song. Guys, please do take care of yourself. It's 2020. I'll be back. Enjoy the music. Oh yeah, just one thing. If you're watching this on replay, you want to fast forward a couple minutes because I'm taking like a 2-3 minute break. So something that you might want to do. Just pointing that out. All right, back. I don't want to say better than ever. We're just back. All right. So let's jump right back in. All right. Oh yeah, Mardu Knights. No. Oh, we're playing with Elementals. Q. Yeah, so this is I don't typically stream this late, but everybody and their mother, their grandmother, their great grandfather is trying to get into the top Mythic slot right now. So that means all of us nerds are up. Basically. Oops. Yep. Our opponents go first quite a bit. Dang it. I don't know if you know this, but in tournament rank in seeding, the higher you're ranked, you go first. You know that? If you ever watch one of your favorite streamers or favorite pro player, which but I don't know why you would watch a pro player like a, I mean, put it this way, like would idol a pro Magic the Gathering player. It's a, like a football player, okay, they donate millions to their community because they make millions. They, you know, I can see that. But anyway, whatever you're watching, on the day 2s, the higher ranked you go first. Ooh, probably Team of Clover? Ooh, we missed a land drop. By the way, there's 37 land in the deck, so... And, yeah, a little worried. Yep. I say. Whew. Bailed out by that. Alright. We did beat the number 13th best player with Mardu Knights. Mardu Knights, I'm telling you. I do a whole series on that on YouTube, trust me. I'm not one of those players that play the same deck. You know. I don't know, he's probably got Bone Crusher Giant. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That should not be adventure spells. It should not be adventure spells. That card is absolutely this should not instant sorcery spells are different than adventure instant sorcery spells. So actually this card's kind of broken in that regard. Luckily that darn thing rotates out. He really wants me to block, doesn't he? I gotta block that. Yep, Bone Crusher it. No, Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, that's absolutely trash. Because now Beanstalk Giant only costs 2. That's definitely a broken card. I'm glad people are only using that now. Let's kill... Still 2 damage. Let's kill... Oh, this is a... Let's kill that. Apparently I killed the right creature. Alright. That'll come and play tapped. Oh, make him buff. Go to the gym. Work out. Become a 4/4. He really wants me to block. He's got a Bone Crusher Giant in his hand. Alright, my turn. We good? Oh, Omnath. Yeah, make him a 5/5. Boy, bring down this big boy. Get a land. Yeah, let's scry. Yes, make him a 6/6. We can move past him. No attacks. It's like an offensive line. Here's our right tackle, our right guard, our left tackle, or left guard or left tackle. Alright, so he did that. So he's got a Beanstalk Giant, another freaking Beanstalk Giant on top of Bone Crusher. Great. And everything costs 1 less to cast. That should not include adventure spells. Typically, they differentiate regular spells. This actually might be a rule break that Arena's allowed, because typically instant adventure spells are not classified as regular instant sorcery spells. That actually might be a... I'm not saying our opponent's doing that. I'm saying is the shuffler may not be catching that. That shouldn't be there. Right. Okay. Let's drop this down. Pretend like we're cool and we know what we're doing. Alright, make this guy buff. Yep, we can use the Hydroid Krasis next turn. Alright, drop down Ugin. Alright, neg him for 3.
It's fragile and fleeting.
Pop
Cherish
goes the weasel.
what little you find.
The weasel goes pop. You're gonna smack me in the face for 2. Get rid of all that garbage. And we slide up in there. Use that down to 4. Yep. We opened up some lanes of traffic. Escape to the wilds. Gets Fey Wishes. Nice grab. Bone Crusher. Another one. Another Beanstalk Giant. He's got 3 Beanstalk Giants in his friggin' hand. Alright. He's got 4 mana though. I'm at 9 life. He can't do much. Yeah. Plus we're seeing on Genesis Ultimatums. Hydroid Krasis. I mean, I don't know how you get out of this one. He's a blocker, but we can shoot something for 3. He's a blocker too, but the game's over. I mean, I'm not going to show much. I'm just going to... Yeah. I'm not going to show him a Genesis Ultimatum. He may not know the deck. I'm not going to show it to him. Alright. I mean, Ether Gusts is always a good card versus that deck. Storm's Wrath is another one. Another good card. So, that deck outvalues you, right? Like, that deck, it outvalues you, right? They have more card value. The Lucky Clover deck. But we have more firepower. So, they outvalue us and we outvalue them. So... Let's see, we're 2-0 over Sultai. We made them quit. Played mono green. Beat them game 3. So far every match but 1 has gone to game 3s. So I think I'm gonna board in Storm's Wrath here. Go forward. Yep, so if we don't get into the top 1500, then we'll try to stop Sultai decks from doing the same. Wouldn't it be nice to see the rankings and you actually see like a diversity of decks? I think that'd be cool. You just wake up one day and you see like 6 decks in the top 8 instead of like just like 2. But like I said, if we can't get in top 1500, we'll stop Sultai decks from doing the same. So again, so far the stats, we're 2-0 versus Sultai. Made them both quit actually. We're 1-0 versus mono green, and here we are versus Lucky Clover. All right, we'll keep it. Looks like a keeper. Ooh. I'm just joking. All right. We're just waiting on our opponent. Like I said, with this deck, I only play 2 of these. Well, that shot him like a rocket. All right, so we'll drop this down. Drop the Arboreal Grazer down. Yeah, we'll scry. Yeah, land's good. So you see what Arboreal Grazer does? We go second because we won game 1. But he kind of makes you like you go first because we drop down a land. So now we can really ramp. So we're going to take some pain because we like it. Not really, but we're playing versus Sultai deck, so everybody has to accept the pain of playing in standard right now. Alright, drop that down. And move on. Q. Alright. So this Lucky Clover deck, I mean, it's really good. It can't... Once you get that Ugin down... Yeah, and he's not even... He's like, I have to go right after you. I have to. Because he saw that Ugin. And very smart play. Don't waste your time with the adventure spells. That one. So we need double green. We got that. We need triple blue. We don't have that. So let's grab blue. And let's grab green. Put down blue. No attacks. Lucky Clover. Yeah, we're not gonna block it. Because who knows? They might have a counter spell. If they had a counter spell, it'd be Negate or Disdainful Stroke. Okay, I don't have the mana. Okay, double green. Triple blue. Okay, so I'd actually have to take pain for that. We'll try it, see if it goes through. It may not. He could be sitting on a negate. Oh, and Ugin hits the board. Ouch. On top of another Genesis Ultimatum. Yeah, we're just gonna draw a lot of cards. Yep. Nuke that. And this gets kind of hard. Brazen Borrower. Okay, but this is... He's... You don't want to break... Like, you're bringing this Ugin back to my hand, right? So he's not getting much value out of the Lucky Clover. We're kind of like devaluing the deck. Like I said, they have advantage through Lucky Clover, but we have advantage in power. And that really puts them in a tough spot. Because they can't just sit back and, you know, cast their adventure spells. You're seeing he's hard casting creatures. Like, you just can't sit back anymore. Yeah, we're going to drop Ugin back down. I'm just going to exile all that crap. Okay. And then what I want to do is bring down the Arboreal Grazer. So we got a nice little blocker there. Drop that down. And we just have a lot of mana here. So, Hydroid Krasis. We don't even care about Hydroid Krasis. If he wins, cool. Big card advantage. Even if he counters it. Double Clover. Let's see here. Egg one. a little tricky here. We'll bring down... Not really. Let's just do Genesis Ultimatum again. Okay, another Ugin. Let's keep this Ugin in our hand, actually. Yeah, let's bring it down. Ugin, Omnath, bring this all down. We're gonna keep that Ugin.
And you will
Target this elemental.
to history.
Hit him for 2. Put this onto the battlefield. Alright, so I'm gonna have to explain this probably. Oh, good God. Alright, so let me just explain this really quick. So when this enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to the number of elementals you control. Then whenever land enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on an elemental. If you have 8 or more lands, you draw a card. So, alright, we're just going to plus this. We're going to fetch for... We're going to bring more land. See, so Fable Passage will bring another land into play, draw a card, elemental gets bigger. See how that works? Drop that land down. It gets bigger. We have a Mystical Dispute. And we'll get more land through Cultivate. There's only one we can get. And we'll make that bigger. Okay, that's all. End turn. Yep. So we're going to counter one of those. He's got that. That's a pretty good one. Mass Manipulation. Take your crap. Gain control of target creatures or planeswalkers. He needs 4 blue though. And he's gonna die next turn if he doesn't get a creature on that battlefield. Unsummon? Really cool. Alright. There's so many things that we could do. +3 this, nuke 'em.
Ghost fire. My greatest
Bring this down.
creation.
Sure. Keep that one. Smash him for 3. Move to attacks. Alright. Takes 2. See if he can take 2 more. See if we can hit him for 2. Only 5. Alright, so let's do Hydroid Krasis for... I don't know. The 7 sounds good. And turn. And we'll get rid of that. Alright, so he can take 1. He can take Ugin.
Creation
How do we want to do this here?
done.
Let's bring that down. Hit for 1. Bring that down. card. No, we can't Fabled Passage. Pay 2 life. Trying to think how we can kill him.
The axiomatic structure of reality.
Down to 2.
Consider this a warning.
He took our Ugin. He's down to 2 life. This is weird. It's awkward. I'm not gonna lie. He has to resolve this Ugin or else he's dead. And he has to resolve... Well, he's got the blockers. He can bring... He's got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can drop these two as the big beast blockers. Problem is, you do that, how do you resolve this? And returning this to my hand doesn't solve any issues because I'll just recast it. Right? So he hits the Ugin for 6.
Beyond perception.
He has one of our Ugins. We have another Ugin in the graveyard, so there's another Ugin in this deck. Alright, so he's just gonna kill it. He's got double Lucky Clover, so he copies the spell twice.
You act without wisdom. I no longer wish to
But
stay.
my question is, he has to have a Brazen Borrower. So we'll do that. Ooh. Do I have another Omnath? I got 1, 2. There's another Omnath in here. Let's try to find it. Nope, that's not it. Can we find it through here? Let's try to find an Omnath through here. Alright, we'll draw a card. We'll draw an additional card. Make him buff. Genesis Ultimatum. Okay. There it is. Ether Gust. Another Omnath. He's dead. Yep. We'll be able to deal 5 damage to him. When there's battlefield, deals damage. Yep. Alright, who cares about all these triggers? Okay. But he still takes the damage. Takes a 1. Oh, we'll just recast the Omnath. Good game. Jeez. What the crap was that? Oh, some nasty stuff. This deck is nasty. It's not pretty either. Like, we don't win pretty. We don't play pretty. It's very sloppy. It's just grabbing every conceivable elemental that is interactive with each other in those colors, smashing them together with Ugins and Genesis Ultimatum. And then using like Ether Gust against them, stuff like that. Q. Wow. We're almost there, boys. And a couple girls. Alright. Go first. Ew. So on the surface, like, so if we're playing versus like mono green, or excuse me, like, well, mono, this would be a bad hand versus mono green, like mono red. I'm gonna keep it because who knows? We have a lot of scry lands, and who knows what we can scry into. And he's got the new Ugin, so he bought the Mastery Pass because that's how you get these sleeves. We know that. I can't say no to Cavalier of Thorns. We go first. Oh look, it's our friend Sultai. Hey buddy, how you doing? Well, this is not a good hand versus Sultai. If they... no Thought Eraser? Okay. Cultivate. Wow. That went through. Q. Well, in that case, we'll get our blue source, and it looks like we'll need... We have a red source. We'll get a green source. Put the blue down. Put the green in. Cultivate does a lot. It thins out your deck. Allows you to ramp. Guarantees you have a mana on the next drop. So, it's a lot of purpose. Probably better than Euro Titan in some regards. Alright. We're going to drop it down. Drop it like it's hot. We're going to take 2. To hold up Mystical Dispute for something stupid. Like versus Thought Eraser, some whatever garbage. Yep, counter it. Q. Another Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, next turn. Oh, we'll attack. Smack him in the face. Then drop down another one. Even if he board wipes, we'll just drop down Ugin. We don't care about that. Genesis Ultimatum, you don't draw.
I have
Look,
just
so
the trick for this.
each opponent can't draw more than one card. I already told you, Risen Reef goes around that, because Risen Reef doesn't say draw, it says put. So that doesn't bother us. Genesis Ultimatum, you're just grabbing cards off the top of your library. So that doesn't matter. Drop down a Ugin. Concede. Yeah, we will keep Sultai out of the top 1500. If we don't make it in, we will keep them out. Sound cool? Sounds cool to me. Probably Gust. Take out a Cultivate and board in 2 Scavenging Oozes. Sound cue? Alright, so it's the third Sultai player to quit. Like you said, if we don't make it top 1500, we'll keep them out. And it's nothing against the player, by the way. It's the deck. So don't confuse my jokes at the players. It's to the deck. Keep the Sultai deck out of the top 1500. We'll take Pain, because we're playing versus Sultai and we have a shock land. Both the same. He might Ether Gust that. No, can kill it. I like the Ugin sleeves though. So they bought the Mastery Pass. We'll take another 2, because we like Pain. Not really, we're just playing versus Sultai. They let us have it. Blue. Drop the blue. So like I said, Cultivate, it does a couple things. It thins out your deck, he cycles, and it gives you a mana on the battlefield and then allows you to have a mana next turn. Another Narset like game 1.
Thoughtfulness before action.
Negate. He's like, okay. He's like, I must board negate it. Okay, that's cool. Well, actually, let's Cultivate. We'll grab red, grab a blue, put a blue down. And we're actually going to bring down Temple of Epiphany. We don't need that. Q.
Keep an open mind.
He boarded so hard versus us, okay. Why don't we do this? Thin out our deck. How much mana do we have actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. So we'll cast Genesis Ultimatum, have him counter that. 1, 2, 3. My 3 blue. Double green. Okay, I need my red. Cast it. Obviously, he's going to counter this. But we want to drop this down next turn. He might have another counter. I don't know. Let's drop this land down. Drop down Ugin. +3. Target him. Who cares about Narset?
Is the path of the fool. Do not ignore my draconic talents.
We can always cycle this too. He's gonna hit me for 4. Well, he could have a casualties of war. I don't know why he didn't go after Ugin. Oh, there it is. Yep.
I did all I...
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The infamous casualties of war. Okay. Alright, in our hand, let's see. Bring that down. Cycle. Oh yeah, we can't draw a card. My bad. Narset did matter. Yeah, so he wanted to pound us with a shark to put us on a clock. Yeah, I guess, right? He kind of have to ether gust it when he casts it out. So. We'll probably lose this match, but I just want to drag it out as far as I can just to see what he has in his hand. He's got a Heartless Act, we know that. Oh, let's do that. Let's scry. Let's drop that down. So this is just all seeing about what he boarded in, right? So we can go to a game 3. See what that's about. Alright. Get smacked in the face. Good, sir. Either gusted. Alright, let's it go. Alright, let me cycle. Oh yeah, that's right. Duh. That's the second time I've done that. I literally just like lost 2 draw steps because I drew a card when I wasn't supposed to. Alright. Shark Typhoons. Alright, good game. Yeah, so we're giving Sultai problems, but they also still have that big power win ability. So, yeah. Alright, so Scavenging Ooze. But we need a Mystical Dispute in there. Actually, we probably need a third one. We'll split it 3-3. Let's be honest. I halfly know what I'm doing. It's not like I play this deck. I kind of just threw it together. I was like, this looks like it would be good versus Sultai, and we'll just keep that. Since everybody wants to play Sultai, we're not the cool kids. Drop Euro Titan. Okay. Double Krasis. I mean, yeah, it's livable, but I mean, and he was very smart, by the way, for countering that Mystical Dispute. He or she. Very smart, very good move. Bring it out. Do not be scared to bring stuff out. Alright, we're gonna pause. You're gonna stare at it. I'm gonna stare at it. He's gonna come and play. He might Ether Gust it now. So it would go on top and then go in my graveyard. Grab a Fable Passage. Yeah, we'll just go to next turn. Probably should decline that. But see, I wonder if he boarded in so heavy that he's having issues with his own functionality of it. Because we didn't really see Anissa, did we? Last game. They're nervous. Like, usually they're casting things out pretty, you know, pretty easily here. I'm gonna draw some cards here. Mystical Dispute, but we still draw 2 cards. That's the thing there. That brings up the Hero Titan. Yeah, so he's gonna have what, 4 cards in his graveyard? Wow, he really boarded heavy. We're just going to try to outvalue him. We can drop Ugin. There's a lot of things we could do here. Ugin, Genesis Ultimatum. So many things we could do. We're scaring Sultai. Look, they're playing like a kid. Like they're down to 3 cards. Yeah, let's pull the ripcord. Pull this out. Actually, you know what? Let's have a 6/6 flyer. What do we think about that? Wait, you know, you know what? Let's just bring this out. I'm thinking it too hard. He can gust. You know. Okay, so we're gonna get that, and then we're gonna end our turn, and we're gonna discard Arboreal Grazer. Okay, we're loaded. So even if he extinction events, we have an odd and an even creature. So he can extinction event, but we're gonna have a 6/6 on this board. Casualties of War, Ether Gust it, back to his hand. Resolve. Done. Third Sultai player we made quit. Third. 3 of them. They said, if we're not going to make the top 1500, we're going to stop them from making the top 1500. Nothing against the players, it's the deck. So we built a deck to stop the deck. Make sense? So we're 5-0. We beat Sultai 3 times. 2 won the game 3s. We beat Mono Green. And Lucky Clover. Yep. And again, you'll see that spin. But it's just the server. It's taking a while. Hydra's Growth. Enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter enchant creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, double the +1/+. You know, so sad. This is really powerful. You're literally doubling 1/1 counters. Like imagine putting this on a Stone Coil Serpent, right? Like a Stone Coil Serpent. And if my voice is too loud, just go in the chat and say, hey, your voice is too loud. You don't even have to be a subscriber or follower to tell me that. So, enchanted creature. So, this card, because standard is just so overpowered, this has not seen the light of day. Isn't that crazy? Oh no, I thought it was. Alright. One more win away from the top 1500. We win, we're in. And that rhymed. But like I said, if you want to check out other videos, Mardu Knights does really well versus Sultai. A couple days ago I went 6-1 versus Sultai. Problem, Mardu's really streaky. Very, very streaky. So, we'll play first, and good cards, bad setup. And you're like, you know what? You're gonna take 2 lands. I have to keep it, but like, what do I keep? I guess we get rid of this. If we drop that Arboreal Grazer, we'll take pain because we play versus Sultai and the Shocklane. It's such a good card, but like, we need mana here. We have 37 in the deck. Oh. Well. So. Alright. Well, that's a good one. I'm gonna just tell him nice. And he's gonna know exactly why. Like, yeah, that's so, yeah, and alright, well, this does happen every now and then in real life. I mean, it does. I'd say when I play in a physical tournament, I'd say about 1 out of every 9 or 10 games you're gonna get. Well, this is really bad, considering like half our deck is land. So, yeah. You know what, though? If Mono Black beats us, I'd rather them beat us than Sultai. But I would prefer the Shuffler to not beat us. I prefer, like, we both play our decks and then... But we can't play ours. Alright, Rotting Registrar. I think, you know... Oh, it's not broken, by the way. But the Shuffler is this game. Because, yeah, we have 37 lands in the deck. And we're not getting 1. So, yeah. But I'm not going to hit the concede button. Because I am so happy to see something besides Sultai. Good game, bro. Cool. He's like, thank God for that Shuffler. Well, this does absolutely nothing. Ether Gust. I put these in here just to be, because it feels good, but this might be the first time I actually play with it. Storm's Wrath. I'm not going to lie. I have nothing for that deck. Not a darn thing. I think we drop a Lovestruck Beast in here. I think we stay with the Counterspell. Actually, negate. I'm not gonna lie, I have nothing for mono black. Alright. But if you're looking for a non-rotating creature deck, I would recommend that you check out my Mardu Knights deck, because there's only 3 cards in that deck that rotate, and it's the same card. Just 3 Knight of the Even Legions. Okay, well there's mana. Q. Alright. So he drops a land. I come up, play tapped. Arboreal Grazer. Alright. And it's actually sad that these decks cannot, like, place. Like, a 7/6 for 3 mana is like... let's bring this into play. Let's draw this. Okay. No tax. So, we're just trying to ramp things out. I really want to get this Cavalier down. Yep. Flying Registrar. It's got reach. And it ramps. We'll go with a Triumph. It also feeds Euro Titan. Now, black, they have a lot of removal, right? Because they're just black. So the advantage to their deck is that their sideboard, yeah, that's just crazy. I almost, honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Commit 0. Oh, I have technically I have to claim something, but we'll decline it. Might as well block. Yep, I'm gonna pull the ripcord on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta be careful, because remember, you have Cavalier of Thorns. You can retrieve stuff from your graveyard, so you just can't just mindlessly just Euro Titan whenever you want. You want to be cautious. Now, will Euro Titan live? Probably not. But we'll try. Oops. And we'll end our turn. Hi, OC. How's it going? Alright, we'll destroy that. How are you? We're just gonna take a, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, we gotta take it out. I don't know if it's morning or night for you. As He's waiting. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I had to move away for a moment. Each player loses 1 life, draw a card, resolve. Okay, I don't know if he wants us to draw a card. So we took that damage straight on. Yeah, we'll blow this. Ooh, we got Genesis Ultimatum, we got Ugin. Yeah, we need to thrash out with Ugin. Make 4.
And fleeting. Share it.
Just exile everything.
Silence.
Alright, gets that. Shoot it for 2. Get that backaroo. Another Ugin. You know what? Let's hold the Ugin in my hand. Here's taps. Alright, so what's going on with this card? Okay, he quits. Okay. I'll show you why he quit. Well, he saw our hand. But the reason why he quit was Omnath. Well, and what we had. But whenever this enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to any target to the number of elementals you control. Now, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on this. And if you control 8 or more lands, draw a card. So we had 8 or more lands. A land came into play, we drew a card, we had Ugin. I mean, it was pretty much just like, F this, let's go to game 3. Right. We could board in Storm's Wrath over Mystical Dispute. So he's got a Rotting Registrar both games. I mean, will he get it? 3 back-to-backs? It's kind of hard to do. Now, he's going first. We don't have ramp in our hand. I mean, so yeah, let's continue to scry. Yeah, I mean, land's relevant, but that's the last lane I'm going to take on a scry. Because we need some horsepower here. In this, he can exile up the 2 cards from graveyards to gain life. Now, him going first is really huge. That's big in this matchup. How about, yeah, Scry. Yep, so that's the last lane I'll take on a Scry. And I'll stay true to. And this matchup might just come down to who goes first. Let's bring down Omnath. We'll deal 1 damage to our opponent. That doesn't matter, really. Alright, so we'll put a +1/+1 counter on him. He'll get buff. I mean, he's probably going to die, but we have to do something. You know? Yep. Probably bring out Hydroid Krasis next turn. Yep. Spawn of Mayhem. Yeah, nobody really thinks about this card. They always think about Scavenging Ooze, but if you play with black, exile up the 2 target cards from graveyards, gain 1 life each this way if it was a creature. So, in some ways, this could actually be better than Scavenging Ooze. Alright, let's pull this trigger for 4. Yeah, and see, how do we want first? Ugin would hit the battlefield, so... Yep. It's a good game. We take our first L. 5-1. He's like, good game. I am happy to get the heck out of this. But we fell 2% and we went to a game 3. Really? So we go up 5. That's really weird. Well, let me go up 2% when I go on a 5-0 streak. Because see, once we put this deck in the top 1500, I think we'll get there. It'll just be a little bit of a grind. But once we do, with all the Sultai decks, I think it'll do very, very well. We just have to get it in there. This card never really took off. 4/3 trample. Creatures you control with trample have. You may have this creature assign as combat damage, though it weren't blocked. Just, I don't know. Just never saw the light of day. Really? Alright. Let me go on another small little break, guys. Boom. But here's the deck. To be honest, I just threw this together. Like, but yeah, it's you need enough basics to use Cultivate. But we also don't want to scry, like, everything comes into play tapped, so I went with 2, 2, and then I went with 4 because Temple of Mystery, because, like, we need green. We're very dependent on green. So, and with Fable Passage, you need, basic land, but... So I had to redo the mana base, and once I did that, the deck just fires so much better. That's a lot of mana. And there's Yorion. But I'm going to go on a small little break here. A couple minutes. So I won't leave you hanging. I'll play some music. And again, if you're watching this on a replay, then obviously you'd want to skip past this part probably in the next couple minutes. If you're just chilling, well, sit back, relax. It's probably your night or morning. So let me see if I can just play some nice little music and take care of your health. Magic the Gathering is not life. Seriously. Don't take the game too seriously. But we'll just play some little music here. Also, quit wishing for rotation to happen, okay? Don't wish time away. A lot of things happened to that. Speaking of that, my buddy passed away like 3 weeks ago. I was playing in the Red Bull. I went 6-2. I had to go to a funeral right after the tournament. What I'm trying to say is, don't wish time away, because you never know what's going to happen in the next couple weeks. Just, I know it's weird, but just, I see a lot of people wishing time away. Like, I'll tutor nurses in nursing school, and they're like, oh, I just can't wait for the next 3 years to be over with. And it's like, in those 3 years, you don't know what's going to happen. So enjoy the process. Enjoy the time that you have right now. But I understand you want standard to rotate out. Alright. Sit back, relax. I'll be back. Alright, back. Just take a second here. Let's see what's going on. Alright. Well. Alright. Alright, so let's run this. Jam it down their throats. Again, it's nothing against any certain player. Gigantha. So is Mardu. More than likely. Will it be Mardu? Who in the blank knows? Let's do this. Let's rock. Like a Rimrock Knight. You ever look at a Rimrock Knight? He looks like 2020. He's got like a big beard. His hair's receded. But he's got a lot of... Oh yeah, it's Mardu. Told you. So predictable. Alright. I miss this big guy from M20. They should reprint him. He's an 03, just an oof blocker. Look at that, Selfish Savior. Oh yeah, it's definitely Mardu. Yeah, Flame Sweep anybody? He's gonna think we're Simic Ramp. We have to start dropping on these other land down. Oh, okay. I dislike this deck. I just want to punch this deck in the face. It's just so cheap. It's just a gimmick. Like, I just want to just nail it right in the crotch. Alright, More favorable passage comes on play tapped. Let's scry. Just go boom. Please miss your turn 4 Winota with the broken. Okay. It's still broken, but it's slightly less broken when you don't get Winota. Okay, well, we'll block that. Block that. Take 3. Right. Coup. All right. Past the blockers. Kill that thing. Block that thing. Staying alive, staying alive. You guys ever watch The Office? They're doing that CPR. Like, Staying alive, staying alive. Bye. Nice to know you. Goodbye. Nice to know you.
You are too dangerous to roam free.
Oh, and of course they get a freaking haster. Goblin War Boss. Of course. Q.
Restrain yourself.
Look ahead here. We could counter stuff. Let me throw a heater at that. Sack it. Look, indestructible, okay.
Beyond.
Yeah, Genesis Ultimatum. It's got indestructible, so there's no point. Alright. Q. So Winota. Ether Gust. Yeah, Storm's Wrath looks pretty cool. Red Cap Malay. We go. I mean, almost anything of this is good. Gust. Yeah, we'll just do this. Yeah, Gust, Storm's Wrath. Makes sense. Alright, so we're 5-1. 3-0 over Sultai. Yeah, we can scry into things, so who knows? Yep. We'll do that. So, not really that good of a hand. We're going second, we get smacked in the face, and it's 2020. Let's scry. Okay. So this protects Winota. Legendary humans you control have indestructible. Kill it. We do have to sacrifice a land. Because that can activate Winota, because it's a non-human. It's a Vampire Knight. Well, that sets us back a turn, though. Brings back Gigantha. Alright. We'll go right into Euro Titan, gain 3 life. Oops, interstaffed. So that protects Winota. So hopefully they don't have Winota. But they have Gigantha. Nice. I played. Hey, I sideboard that in my Mardu Knights deck. Why not? Alright, so let's flush things out here. Start thinking about the future. We're gonna need some blue. For Genesis Ultimatum. Drop this down. This will feed Euro Titan. Stuff goes in the graveyard. We can block Gigantha. And there's Winota. Fan-frickin-tastic. Miss. Dang it. Kill that. So they got Winota last game. They got Winota this game. Let's see. We can go 4. So we can go 5. Crap. Well, I have to bring this out. Yep, have that come and play tapped. And let's get a cheap little blocker out there. Plus, we'll grab the top cover library. Okay, cool. And here we go. Alright, round number 2. Oh, the deck is so cheap. I just hope we top deck an Ugin, and then they just quit. Alright, that's got indestructible. Oh yeah, because of this thing. Alright, well, let's see here. Let's block Winota. Let's kill the activator, the activators that trigger Winota. So we're gonna take 4, 7, 10. He's gonna do that. Or not. Oh, we top decked an Ugin. Guys, I was just joking about that. It was just a joke. I'm like, yeah, why don't we just top deck an Ugin and watch them concede? Like, that was meant for it to be a joke. Like, ha ha ha, funny, funny, funny guy. How much mana do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll have this come and play tapped. Oh, he took the 6 too. Exile -4. Backstreet Boys.
Reality is unwritten.
Yep. Oh, it just happened. I was joking. I was like, what if we top deck Ugin and they just quit? That's too funny how that happened. Alright, so we're 6-1, 3-0 versus Sultai, 1-0 versus Adventure, beat Mono Green, we're 2-0 versus Winota. If we get this into the top 1500, we only lost the mono black. Which, I don't mind. I'd rather lose the black. Like I said, we will keep Sultai out of the top 1,500. If we don't make it, we'll keep them out. Because everybody and their mother, their father's mother, which is their grandmother, is trying to climb the rankings before the season ends. I already have my Pro Tour invite, so I really don't have any dog in this fight. I'm just keeping people out. Or stuff. I would like to see like mono green. Not versus us, not this matchup, but like I'm just talking in general. Like if I see a top 10 deck list in a tournament, I want to see like mono green. Maybe a couple Sultais, but I don't want to see, 8 out of the top 10 are just Sultai. So we're here to stop that. Oh, we're playing versus Lyris. Alright, shoot. Our opponents always go first. Sucks. Okay. So it's going to be Lure Cycle, white. They always have the Flutter Fox. No, Vulnerable Knight. Okay, so it's going to be... This could be Radkos. Or excuse me, Mardu. Mardu Knights with Lyris. Well, if they're on that, then Ether Gust is relevant. If I'm wrong, then Ether Gust is a horrible card. Okay, so I was right. How is this deck not ranked higher? Oh, because of Sultai. That's why. Okay. We'll take pain. I hope they reprint this. I mean, it doesn't have hexproof. Dire Tactics. Nice. Yep. So, it's like the deck that I run. It's actually a carbon... It's like a copy of it, really. Yeah, this is just a bad matchup for us. Okay. He's probably sitting here going, wait a minute. He probably thinks we're Temur Clover. Because don't we look like we're like the Clover deck? We do. And we have no chance of winning, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make him... I'm not going to cast anything. I'm just going to make him think that's what we are. Well, actually, we couldn't be Temur Clover because we have Yorion. Never mind. Okay, my bad. So we functionally did nothing this game. But I'd rather see this deck win than Sultai, so... Unlike... Okay, so we have answers. And nobody's asking the question, so... Having an answer isn't really... Alright, so Flame Sweep. Flame Sweep. Yeah. Flame Sweep. Storm's Wrath. Red Cap. Just maybe like one Loft Shock. Maybe I should board in all of them. We don't have enough time to... I don't know. We'll just play it. Because with Mardu, it was like 2 days ago, I was 6-1 versus Sultai. Problem, that deck's really streaky. It's a very, very, very streaky deck. You'll go like 3 to 4 wins, and then you'll lose 2 to 3. And, you know, you'll win 3, lose 2. It's very streaky. But you can outchase Sultai. Especially when you go first. All right, so let's play. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it, but it's not ideal. It's not an ideal hand. So he's got Knight of the Ebon Legion. By the way, this deck doesn't really rotate. The only card... Well, in my Mardu deck, I don't know how they're running theirs. The only thing that it does not rotate is that. That's it. Yep, we're gonna have to gain some life. Yeah, this deck can kill you really quickly. As evidenced by this. Drill bit. Now the one thing I'll say, if they're running Lyris, they don't have graveyard removal. But we'll put this in our hand. Yep. Yeah, and I think the only thing that they're running the deck like me. The only thing they're doing is they're having Lyris as their companion, and that means they don't have Kudro in their deck. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Sometimes it looks better. So it's not going to crash. It's just Arena taking a while. And some more time. But you'll see it, it'll say waiting for server, it'll spin. It should be coming up anytime now. There you go. Okay. So this is the deck they're kind of running. It's the Kyle deck. If you're a fan of South Park, then you'll get that. No big deal. Okay, so... Blink. So this is the deck that they're running. Now I have Gigantha. The reason is because of this guy. Kudro. So other humans you control get +1/+1. I'll get to that in a second. But whenever this Kudro or another human enters the battlefield under your control, you exile a card from an opponent's graveyard. So that's pretty heavy versus Sultai, because you just rip apart their graveyard. Plus you're giving other humans +1/+1. Well, in this deck, yeah, we have 32 knights and 34 overall creatures, but 29 of the 32 knights are human. See? So you have a lot of humans coming into play. They chose not to run this, and they chose to run Lyris. And I'm guessing that's probably why they might struggle against Sultai. And I'm guessing that's why they're at where they're at. Which is still good. They're still at a good place, I'm just saying. Alright. Well, jump back in. Can we do it? And they go first. Do we ever go first? And they put us against the same. So it's another Lyris. Yeah. Okay, so this is the cycling Lyris deck. So whenever you cycle another card, put a +1/+1 on this. Think Shuffler. Alright, so bring that down. And they just got another one. Great. Yep. So it looks like these guys are on steroids. They're hitting the gym. They're getting bigger. We'll drop this down. Drop that down. The shuffler's like, you want to beat Sultai? Well, we're gonna match you up versus Lyris. I'm joking. Kind of joking. So it's another gimmick deck. It's kind of like Winota. All right. Yep. You know, I'm not even going to show them what we have, because we'll lose this one. Crap. Yep. So gusts are dead. That's dead. Yeah, flame sweep's relevant. Storm's wrath is relevant. Red Cap Melee is relevant. Kind of. All right. We'll keep it. Wow. Okay, the shuffler hates us. All right. Q. And they always get this. I never understand how they get it so easily. Blue, red. You'll notice when you play versus a deck like this, they get it every time first turn. Alright, well, you have to get mana the hard way. Q. You're just gonna make it bigger. See how that one red card where you fight? Sure enough. It's right there. They're all... Yeah. It's a gimmick deck. Alright, let's see here. We have the 2 red. 3 blue. We can't cast it. Alright, so that means I gotta bring that down. Take some pain. Down, there's tapped. He could Zenith Flare us. Possibly. This casket. That's a good play. Oh yeah, we have to block it. I'm just gonna name this for 1.
Silence.
And he could have a Zenith Flare, guys. So I'm actually gonna use Hydroid Krasis to gain life. Actually,
Fire.
I'm a little nervous about
My
the end player.
greatest creation.
Wait, never mind, cancel. Let's do this.
Reality is unwritten. My flames burn beyond perception.
Yep. Damn, it worked. Dang it. So how are we losing 2% for every loss, but when I win, we only go up 1%? Okay. Like when I went on the 5-0 streak, we went up by 1%. Like we just was like 1%, 1%, 1%. Q. And because of that, I'm back to where I started. All right. Do we ever get to go first? Nope. Alright. It is what it is. Alright, so let's play it. Alright, we'll take 2. Drop it like it's hot. Fabled Passage. Drop this. There is that one planeswalker. It says a flash deck. There is one planeswalker that oh, you know what he is? He's probably red blue. So here's what baby. So here's what people are doing. Yeah, he's red blue. So here's what people are doing. They're playing with 18 20 lands in their deck. And because the shuffler prioritizes your opening hand. Everything after that, it doesn't. So what people are doing now are playing with 18 land in their decks, like 20. And they're going to get that 2 land in their opening hand. Let me flush this out. But then they have to find a way. Where do I get land? Where do I get my 3rd and 4th land, right? Well, they're using things like opt and stuff like that. So it's literally using the shuffler to an advantage point. All right. Bring down Omnath, Mystical Dispute, Coup. Yep. He's gonna come smacking at us. We're gonna take that. Alright, we didn't get our mana either. Yep. Attacks. No. We have 2 Arboreal Grazers, let's face it. We're not attacking anything.
Together, we will prevail. The land fights for us.
It's gonna be a tough one to get out of. Let's bring that one down. Attacks. was that? I think there's a geese outside my window. Q. He's probably just thinking about what he's gonna do. That's all.
Behold, nature's true power.
All right. Okay. So he's gonna give. All right. Right. Try to do this. We'll attempt to bring this out. No attacks.
The land shall conquer you.
Yep, we're just getting smashed. I mean, overall, I mean, Mystical Dispute, Ether Gust, I'd probably say maybe we take out Cultivate and put in a Storm's Wrath, and we just move on. So yeah, see how this one goes out. Alright, so let's see if we can pull this off. Alright, we'll try it. Alright, drop it down. Yep. Yep, it's land. Alright. So he's gonna opt. Which is a really good card, by the way. Scry draw. I don't know if you put that on top or the bottom. Okay. 2 blue. Alright. We could counter this. So let's cultivate. Alright, so we have for Genesis Ultimatum, we have our... Okay. We have our 3 green, our 2 red. Let's grab a blue. Actually, let's grab a green so it doesn't have to be used. Attacks. Let's see if we can get out of this one. Green extra time. Okay.
This isn't my first
So they
time
tapped
being a
out.
hero.
Genesis Ultimatum. Yep. We get everything that we want.
Power without wisdom is the path of the fool.
I waited too long there.
Yeah, I'll throw a heater at it.
Respect your elders.
My draconic
Attacks. Bring down Nisa.
I will aid you.
Bowlers kill that
Rise, my
thing.
elemental friend.
Brings down Jarrell. Right. Well. Do draw a card there. And let me just go. Actually, cancel. Genesis Ultimatum.
are too dangerous to roam free.
Bring this down. This down. Submit to. Alright, draw.
Reality is unwritten.
Kill Nisa.
I must go.
Alright, and then honestly, let's drop in this right here. Risen Reef. End our turn, and we gotta discard 2 cards. So let's discard Cultivate and Leafkin. Crazy match. All right. All right.
Protect the virtue of this world. The land fights for us.
No blocks.
Your efforts will not succeed.
All right. Well, we'll start things off. I guess we'll take 2. Yeah, I'll plop down Leafkin Druid. We'll draw a card off Risen Reef. We'll actually drop another Omnath. This is phased out, so it's not going to really affect anything. Kill land. We'll drop another Omnath. Alright, cycle. So Recycling. Tap all creatures. Yep, okay. Well, wowzers. Man, he keeps on getting those Nisas. Oh. Alright. Let's just play it. Here we go. Keep the hand. Interesting deck, though. Yep, drop that. Bring that in. Turn. Gusted. Pull this off. Just try to get yeah, we're gonna need a green source. Based on our hand here. Now each game he's had Nisa on curve perfect. So we'll keep that in the back of our minds a little bit. He's got Death Touch. We're missing our drops. We have 37 land in the. Oh, come on. Alright, so we know where this is going, right? We all know where this game's going. Right? Alright. So, no blocks. Yeah, we just missed our... He's got more land than we do. It's gonna be an Ether Gust. We're gonna decline that. No attacks. So, yeah, you can't miss. We got 37 of these lands in our deck here. You can't miss drops like that. You fundamentally you cannot do that. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you can't. Like you fundamentally cannot miss these land drops like this. All right. I mean, a flash deck is out ramping us. You cannot fundamentally have a game, but you can't. All right. I kind of had a feeling where this game was going to go anyway. Alright, I'm gonna have to give the shuffler a break, guys. Here, just a minute 3. Good game. No, pay 2 life, pay 2 life, pay 2 life. Good game, man. Yeah, we can't function. Like, you can't. I'm out. I can't do this with the shuffler. Okay, that's like so many games in a row. I can't do it. Alright, so we were on. Plus, so notice when we're on the win streak, we didn't get like 2% each win. But when we lost 2%. Notice that. I mean, I knew where this game was going. I was actually going to kill the stream earlier. When we started losing, I just knew, okay, we won 5 in a row. Okay, we took it now. We won 1. And then the shuffler just starts to... like, a flash deck cannot outramp you. Our entire deck is built to ramp. It's 37 lands. It's not really a rant. It's just like, it's pointing out the obvious, right? Like, okay, we need to take a break here from the shuffler. So, if anything happens, I'll put it in the comment section, let you know. But watch the very beginning of the video. We did do what we're supposed to do. We're keeping Sultai out. But the shuffler, not letting us in. And watch that gameplay. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't. But thank you for watching. Until next time, thank you, and have a good day.